It's actually going to record the screen. It stopped working, so I'm not going to do it. All right. Right here, here's our first question. So wait, right here. The big thing that you're answering, is the question linear? That's the first thing you're going to answer on your piece of paper. If it is, you're going to write down your y-intercept from there, the slope, and then if you can write the equation. And remember, that'll need to be in y equals mx plus b form, where m is our slope and b is our y-intercept. Okay? So here, you have 30 seconds right here to think about this and to get your answers done. All right, so is our equation linear? Yeah. Yes, okay. What's our y-intercept? Just answer as a class. Our slope? Our slope is just 2. Oops, I don't know why I wrote that so weird. 2. And so our equation is y equals, okay, so you could write 2x plus 5 or y equals 5 plus 2x. It would work either way. It would work either way. All right, moving on. You have 30 seconds of think time. Go. So what's our y-intercept here? 21. Our slope is -6 because we're going down. So what's our equation? All right, so we could do plus -6x. It could just be y equals 21 minus 6x. That would also be accurate. Or y equals -6x plus 21. These all three mean the same thing. All right. Third time right here. Your think time for 30 seconds. Remember, is it linear? If it is linear, what's the y-intercept? What's the slope? What's the equation? Think. 1. All right, so right here, is this equation linear?
No.
It is not. I agree. But is there a y-intercept? It's not linear.
Zero.
The y-intercept is 0 because where 0 is, there's our y-intercept. When x is 0, whatever that is your y-intercept. So we don't have a slope. But what's happening each time? So if I gave a 4, what would the fourth number be over here?
Oh, I know. It'd be 16, yeah.
So what's happening each time between the x and the y? It's multiplying by itself. It's squaring. Great math language. Now, how would I write that equation then? X squared. Perfect. Y equals x squared. Okay, so number 1 through, not just number 1 for now, just number 1. Okay, so we have an equation right here. And you have 15 seconds to decide the type, the y-intercept, and the slope. Go. Okay, so what type of function is this? It is a linear. What's our y-intercept? 2. And our slope is 5. Wonderful. Okay, same directions right here. Right here, all right? 15 seconds of think time. Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What type of equation is this? Does anyone know? This is nonlinear. I agree. An exponential is where the x is in the exponents. Okay, so quadratic, I can understand why you think that, because you see a number in the exponent, right? Now, the thing about quadratics are to the second power. This is to the third. So this would actually be a cubic function. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Oh, I know.
Because it's cubed? Yes. All right. Here. 15 seconds of wait time. The type of equation right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. What type of function is this? Exponential. Who could give me another example of an exponential function? So? 2 to the x, you mean? 2 to the x, that would be another example. All right, here. The type, y-intercept and slope. 15 seconds of wait time. Okay. This type, function type. Linear indeed. Y-intercept? And Mr. Beck, what's the slope?
I don't know.
Did you guys share out?
No, it's only one, so I was like,
Did you ask your shoulder partner for help?
hey, man,
Mr. Vestal, do you think you can do it? Negative 1/3. I agree. Negative 1/3. All right. The type of function. Class, what type of function is this? What is it?
Cubic function.
It's a quadratic. We talked about it earlier.
I thought we were on time. We are on time. Oh, it looks like a cubic function.
See that? Okay, so it looks like a cubic, but you see how the cubic's to the third power? So quadratics are to the second power, yes.
Where is Q and R?
Now, I'll give you a little bit of wait time because we haven't talked about this in a while. Look at your toolkit if you have to. Y equals 5 over x. Okay, so what type is this? This is inverse variation. Okay, because the variable's in the denominator. Yes, if it was y equals x over 5, it would be linear because the variable is in the numerator.
You want to look for if it's over a third to the x or if it's 1 over x. This one had
Okay, so if we do have something like this, y equals x over 5, your slope is not 5. What is unwritten by that x? 1. You assume there's a 1. So this is the same as 1/5 x. So your slope would be 1 over 5. Okay. Now, Miss Andrea, would you please pass out that? Thank you. Here's our new equation right here. Our new little worksheet or activity. So I have us identifying slope or y-intercept and writing an equation for this graph, right? So right here, I've got to identify my slope. And I gave you solid points, right? So I went from this point and I went down 3 and over 4. So what's my slope? So I went down, so it's negative 3 over 4. All right, what's my y-intercept?
3.
My y-intercept is 3. And so my equation would be, okay, so we could do 3 plus negative 3/4 x. Or you could just do negative 3/4 x plus 3. All right. So quietly think to yourself, what would my slope be? What would my y-intercept be in my equation? I'll give you 15 seconds to think about that real quick. All right. So, hold on. I won't make you say an answer yet, but I go up 3 and over 1, right? So my slope is 3. I don't have to write the over 1 because 3 is over 1. 3 divided by 1 is still 3. What's my y-intercept? -2. So my equation, y equals 3x minus 2. Okay. Now, full 30 seconds. Write your slope, your y-intercept, and equation for both of these problems. Go. Malia.
I have to talk to you later.
Okay.
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 About that water bottle that I wanted.
Okay.
Can you give me?
Okay.
Okay.
What's my slope for my first equation?
.5.
-2/4.
Okay, so we go down. We could go down 2 over 4. That is one answer. Down 1 over 2 is another answer because 2 over 4 reduces to 1 over 2. So I go down, so it's negative, and I'll say -1/2 because that is in simplest form. What's my y-intercept? +2. So I write y equals -1/2 x plus 2. All right, what's my y-intercept for my bottom equation?
2. Oh wait, 1. -1.
-1. And my slope?
1.
-1. So in writing my equation, I have -1x minus 1. Now I could also write that y equals -x minus 1 as well. Okay? All right. Now we're about to move on to practice graphing. So here it's been the opposite. Now I'm giving a slope and y-intercept, and we have to graph it. So if I wanted this in equation form, this would be y equals 2/3 x minus 4, right? So I start where?
Y-intercept, which is -4, so you just doesn't know.
So I go down 4, and my slope is up 2 over 3. Up 2 over 3. And then I need to reverse 1, so I go where? Down 2 to the left 3, yes. And I draw my line through my points. All right? All right, now let's write my equation for this next one. Y equals -2x plus 5. So where do I start?
-5. -2. 5.
I would start at +5, so I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And my slope is -2, right? So it'd be -2 over 1. So I go down 2 to the right 1, down 2 to the right 1, down 2 to the right 1, and so on. And I have a little bit of room there at the top, so I have to reverse that pattern and go. How do I know which way to go? Up. Up to the left one. Okay. So now I draw my equation, or my line, sorry. That wasn't a very perfect line, but you know what? That's okay. All right. Your practice is right there. Go.